got time, cuz. Today I got time, cuz. You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz. Nigga, what's up? How gangster are you, cuz? I don't fuck with you, cuz. You disrespecting me. I don't fuck with you, cuz. You disrespecting me. I go hard, cuz.
Hey, everyone. I hope you guys are doing good today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is a lot going on right now. And when I tell you, like, my day has just been crazy with everything that has been going on in Cali. You guys know I lived in California for over 3 years. And right now, these fires have me like just shook and devastated. I've been getting a lot of phone calls, people hit me up, and I didn't even realize like all of this started last night. So yesterday we had a Zoom meeting. And so after the Zoom meeting, I had posted, the link and everything for the people who missed it. And then I basically went to bed. I was really, really tired. So I had no idea that all of this had even started last night. And then I got a text message early this morning from Marquis saying that, the Palisades were on fire. And I'm like, what? Because if you live in Cali, you guys know that the Pacific Palisades is like one of the most, it's a beautiful area in Cali. A lot of rich people, big homes. So to hear about that, being on fire was like really strange. And then as the day went on and I'm on social media, I'm like, what in the world is going on? It went from the Palisades to, West Hollywood. People are saying that downtown LA's on fire. I mean, this is really bad. Now, let me ask y'all this, because it's been a lot of strange stuff that's been going on as of late. And, everything from the fog, to all this stuff, I don't care. I still feel like something was being sprayed, some type of particles were being sprayed during that whole fog situation. But put a teacup in the chat. If you guys remember me talking about this, it had to be about 2 streams ago. It was a stream that I talked about Luigi, and I was talking about insurance. Put a teacup if you guys remember me saying that they have taken fire insurance away in California. And I said that you need to be really cognizant of where you go, where you choose to live in this day and age, because a lot of states are no longer covering your home. And I said California, and I said Florida, because Florida, they have basically gotten rid of hurricane insurance in Florida as well. Do y'all remember that? Okay, good. I'm glad a lot of y'all remember that. And I was saying, with California having, these wildfires, and they're getting worse and worse, you need to be very mindful if you're going to choose to live there, because the insurance companies are pulling out. And I guess people thought I was just, being facetious. And now everything I was saying, not even 2 streams ago, is coming to pass. And people are realizing that State Farm, they basically pulled out of the Palisades not even a few months ago. And it's very interesting that now the Palisades have burnt down in many other places in California. So it's so much to digest. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is causing these fires. But if you watch my deep dive that I did on the Maui fires that happened in Hawaii, what was this, about 2 years ago? I did a whole deep dive, maybe a year and a half ago. I don't know. But I'm getting Maui vibes. I'm getting, they're trying to burn down, certain parts in California so they can come in, buy up the land, buy up the property, and rebuild it to whatever they want to rebuild it to. Because I don't care how much money you have, a lot of people in this day and age do not have the funds to rebuild their homes. Especially, you're talking about homes in the Palisades that are starting at like $3, $4, $5 million. A lot of people don't have that to rebuild. So somebody's willing to throw 50 grand, 100 grand at them. They may just take that and then choose to go start their lives over. But something is not cleaning the buttermilk with all of this stuff that's going on. So we're going to just go ahead and watch some videos I have compiled. But first, let me go ahead and take y'all, because I have posted some stuff in Discord, and we're going to watch a few other videos here as well. So just give me a second to pull this up here. Okay. So I had posted this earlier in the Discord, like around 1. So we're going to look at just some of these videos here.
All right, dude. Yeah, let's get out of here. We tried, bro. I'm sorry. We tried our best. Yeah, and when this tree falls, it's over.
I mean, look at the ash.
Sorry, bro.
I mean, just those embers falling on your skin and hair can set you on fire.
Oh, shit. Holy shit. Is that tree?
Just extremely disturbing.
Hey, did you hear the news? California's getting Maui'd. And someone's gonna have to call up Waluigi, cause, yeah. I mean, y'all tell me, is this sus or no? Is it sus that State Farm just months ago canceled all of their fire insurance for homes in the Palisades, exactly where these fires are taking place? The move was justified by the company as an attempt to avoid financial failure. Well, that's cute. What the were all of us paying premiums to you for then, I wonder? Like, how is it legal for these? Anyways, let's just move on. On top of that, you have LA Mayor Karen Bass cutting fire department funding by $23 million this year, just recently. You have firefighters reporting that they're running out of water in the fire hydrants, okay? You've got cars trapping people trapped in homes, firefighters not responding to certain areas. I mean, what the fuck is going on? The sad thing is, I think we all know what's going on.
Now, let me say this real quick. As far as the situation with the firefighters, from what I was told by certain people in Cali, they're saying that the winds are super bad. That they said it was too dangerous for the firefighters to go out there because the winds are, that's what's really helping to spread this fire, is that the winds are some of the windiest they've seen around this time ever in Cali. And I lived in Cali for several years. I don't remember it being windy in the middle of January. I don't remember them having fires ever. Usually when fires happen in California, it's usually around Leo season, around my birthday, in July, in the hottest months when it's very, very dry. So for them to be having these fires in the middle of January is insane. It doesn't get cold like that in Cali, but it's not where there's wildfires around this time. Another thing, they're saying that there's a shortage of water, which I believe, because California is always in a potential drought. Even if you own a home, I know when I lived in the valley, you could only water your grass on certain days. And if you were caught watering your grass on days that you were not supposed to water your grass, you could get a fine. So there's always some type of drought going on in Cali. So I'm not surprised about the lack of water. A lot of people are saying, where are the firefighters, they should be out there fighting the blaze regardless of the wind and stuff like that. But let's ask ourselves, and I say this all the time, because being a firefighter is a form of a trade. Please show me the abundance of young people who are lining up to be firefighters. Please show me the push of young people who are being made to feel like it's cool to work in the trades, to be a firefighter. Like, these jobs, you know what I'm saying? There's nobody to replace these aging firefighters. Because again, we've made it seem where it's not cool anymore and everybody wants to be a TikToker and an influencer. So again, these are real honest conversations that we have to have. Because nobody thinks about the firefighter position until there's fires. And there's not enough firefighters in California. Remember, during the last big fire, what did they do? Let's talk about it. They had to hire, well, not hire because they don't get paid. They had prisoners putting out fires. Can we talk about it? They had to go to the prisons and have the prisoners out there risking their lives. These prisoners aren't trained. They didn't sign up to be firefighters. But because certain jobs are literally dying before our eyes and we're not realizing it until we need them. So not only is there a shortage of firefighters in places who get a lot of fires like California, where they're having to now resort to using prisoners to put out forest fires, but also, you know what I'm saying, the wind, the water. This is like a perfect storm, you guys. So it's really, really scary. And these are real conversations that need to be had. The future of this country. So let me go ahead and play some more videos here. Okay, let's see. All the abandoned cars. What does this remind you of? Remember that movie on Netflix? Leave the World Behind? Yeah, and remember in the movie, like somebody said in the chat, it was Teslas. It was a bunch of Teslas in the movie. So let's go ahead. I know they said Donald Trump said something earlier today. Let me make sure. Okay. Let's watch this real quick here.
Okay, so as we talk about the better angels and people helping people, we also know that there is a counterpoint to that, and sometimes it can be like this. You're seeing here on Truth Social, which is the social media platform of the president-elect Donald Trump. He is responding to all this by placing blame on the California governor, Gavin Newsom, for not signing a water restoration declaration. So he says this: now the ultimate price is being paid. He says he will demand that this incompetent governor, and these are the words of President-elect Donald Trump, allow beautiful, clean, fresh water to flow into California. He is to blame for this, close quote. So with that, let's bring in CBS News political correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns, who is live in West Palm Beach, Florida. Has the president-elect also had anything to say about the people who are on the run right now by the thousands in Southern California, who probably don't care about politics right now, who just want to know how to get out safely and with their lives?
That's right. In situations like these, of course, politics is probably the last thing that people are thinking about. And I should just say that we're all thinking about those affected by these fires in Southern California. We've all been watching in just horror at what is happening. So glad our teams there are safe and thinking the best for everyone on the ground. What we heard from the president-elect is that Truth Social post. And in it, it kind of refers to this long-standing feud that Trump has had with Gavin Newsom, the governor of California. They obviously have shared a lot of bitter words back and forth in terms of politics, but this goes to a very specific water-related policy that Trump has been railing against Newsom for, and did so several times over the campaign, on the campaign trail. I was with him in Los Angeles a few months ago when he went after Newsom, essentially Newsom signing an order kind of related to an environmental order affecting water flows from north to south. Trump said when he was president, he signed a executive order opening up some of those flows. So they have gone back and forth over this. But also on the campaign trail, Donald Trump threatened to withhold federal funds for the state of California if Newsom didn't reverse course, essentially, on that water policy. So this has been a long-standing issue that the former president-elect now, has had with the governor. But this comes, of course, as California, Southern California, is reeling from these fires and trying to figure out how to actually put them out. So, of course, politics is the last thing these people are thinking about, and usually in...
All right. So let me play some other clips, but y'all get it. It's the back and forth between Trump and gruesome Newsom. So let's go to TikTok here. This young girl's explaining some really good stuff here.
I don't think anyone outside of LA truly understands just how insane this whole fire situation has been today. So let me just paint a picture. Like 10 different fires broke out today, including what I consider to be relatively weird areas like around downtown LA and West Hollywood. The worst of which, the Palisades fire, was originally 1 acre, as all things start, got to 10 acres. Then there was an announcement that came with it that was like, it's going to explode to 200 acres in 20 minutes. And I was like, well, that's insane. That's insane. It did just that. And then within an hour or maybe two, it was at 1,000 acres already. It is now, based on the last update that we've received, 3,000 acres. It started picking up so fast that people were leaving their cars as they were trying to drive out, but they were gridlocked. And then the LAFD had to bulldoze their cars out of the way. And then on the polar opposite side of the county in Pasadena, another fire has broken out. It is 400 acres. As I was filming this, I got a notification that another fire has broken out in Pasadena. But the winds are so bad that aircrafts can't fly properly. I also feel like it's worth mentioning that personnel from the Pasadena Fire Department were in the Palisades fighting that fire earlier today. And the winds are supposed to get their worst between 12 a.m. and like sometime in the morning, like 8 or something. And this is...
And I'm just like, where's all this wind coming from? My people's in LA, am I going crazy? LA, like, it's not a windy place. It's weird that all this wind is happening, and that's what makes fire. You know, that's what helps to spread the fire is wind. So it's like, where's all this wind coming from in the middle of January? This is just strange. Like, by the time I got up this morning, there was already, like, literally 4 different fires not too far from each other, all spreading. And now it's even more. Somebody said it's 80 miles per hour wind. That is insane. I mean, you're talking about hurricane, you know? This is crazy. Hurricane type winds, 80 miles per hour. That's like a category 1.
This is all in the span of less than 12 hours. Everyone I know in the area, it's like, I actually have no idea what to do. Because a fire could break out in my area. I just have no idea. So do I like wait and see if like things are going to get insane? Or do you like leave prematurely, not really knowing where you're going to go anyways? Like, yes, California is known for its wildfires, but I was born here. I have lived here forever. This is not normal. This is not normal. And with said abnormal conditions, it's very important to me that we place unique importance on the way that this is going to affect disabled people in LA and houseless people in LA. Things like public safety blackouts, like limited physical routes through which you can travel. Even an evacuation order in and of itself can be a death sentence for a disabled person. And then for houseless folks, like the one time that I was evacuated when I was like 7 years old, the fire department bangs on your door for you to get out. What if there is no door? And like, yes, they do send like text notifications and stuff nowadays, but like in a very car-dependent city that could not care less about public transit or its houseless population altogether, I worry about their ability to even evacuate or get out of harm's way if a fire were to get so close to them as to cause severe threat to their ability to move, their ability to live also, because the air quality is going to be horrible. Being forced to breathe in those fumes is also a death sentence. There are luckily a lot of organizations that are doing like on the ground mutual aid work, and I highly recommend that everyone donates to at least one of them, but I cannot stress this enough. You cannot donate your way out of a climate catastrophe. We need to be really taking in and sitting with the conditions that we've accepted as normal, and we need to adjust our actions accordingly. Like, maybe no, I don't need to look everything up on ChatGPT because that takes substantially more energy, and maybe I do need to be doing more to support like the rights of Palestinian people to not be bombed to smithereens nonstop, because spoiler alert, that also does horribly affect the environment. Normal working.
Yeah, I think at this point people are going to have to put plans in place for what to do in the event of these type of emergencies. You're going to have to really learn your geography and what hits your area. I don't care if it's snowstorms, blizzards, because that's why I always tell people, no one should be laughing at anyone as far as, because I would notice that when things would happen down in Florida, we've talked about this on this channel, where you'll have people in Cali laughing like, oh, that's why I refuse to live in Florida, and you guys are stupid for living in Florida. And it's like, excuse me, I know y'all ain't making fun of the Floridians when y'all have to deal with forest fires. You know, everybody in this country has to deal with something or another. You know, even here in the Midwest, we're not immune to crazy weather phenomenons. We deal with a lot of snow, blizzards, what are those, tornadoes? So you need to understand your geography and what can hit your area and what best way for you to prepare. You have to have some type of escape route, because it scares me looking at some of these videos in Cali and you have people not wanting to leave their homes. And I get it. You have a beautiful home. You don't want to leave your home, but you also don't want to be burnt to a crisp and be casket sharp. There has to be an escape plan. Like those men leaving at the last minute, where are you going? There's embers falling, there's ash falling. what goes up must come down. All that is going to be falling on your skin. So we have to start getting plans in place. It's getting real out here. Folks got to stay prayed up, and you have to stay ready. You know, somebody even brought up earthquakes. Correct. That as well. You know, nobody's immune. I don't care where you live in this country. That's why, for me, I never understood when people make fun of one coast or one state when they're going through stuff. Yeah, we may not deal with hurricanes here. You know, we may not ever get a situation like Florida, but we've dealt with some really, really cold conditions here and, you know, tornadoes and stuff like that in the Midwest. So everybody needs to take heed. So let's go ahead and watch some more people here. Let's see. Okay. Got this man here.
Understands how wild these fires. I don't think anyone who doesn't live in LA understands how wild these fires are. It is currently traveling at speeds of 5 football fields per minute. And when I woke up this morning, it showed that there was a coverage of 3,000 acres in the Palisades. As of now, a couple hours later, it is at 12,000 acres. People in the area that were trying to escape literally had to get out of their cars to flee on foot, leave their cars there, and then all of the firefighters had to literally bulldoze those cars to get to the fires. Tens of thousands of people are being told to evacuate with nowhere to go, so they're literally telling them to go to the beaches on the coast. The scariest part about this is that it is currently at 0% containment. Helicopters are not able to help in putting them out because the wind is so strong. And the wind is expected to get stronger in the next coming hours. Not to mention, we are running out of water. And the fires are spreading to places that people wouldn't even think they would go to. Like, there are fires in West Hollywood and downtown LA. I'm in West Hollywood, which is miles away from the biggest.
And that's what scared me when I found out, you know, because it's one thing the Palisades are, you know, way out there, but West Hollywood, you know how many people are in the LA area? It's a very condensed population. So if things are popping up in West Hollywood and downtown LA, that is frightening. That is very, very frightening. Because it's like, where are people to go? They already got the people coming down from the Palisades and having them go out to the beach. I mean, this is crazy. And you're talking about a lot of people. California is a very, very overpopulated state. You know, this isn't like, you know, tiny town Idaho. There's a lot of people who live in California.
Fires, and all I can hear is ambulances. Doesn't really matter where you are in LA right now. If you look up, it literally just feels apocalyptic. It's pretty scary out here, and it is very sad. So if you know anyone that lives in the area, make sure to reach out. I don't think anyone.
At least 3 big wildfires in the Los Angeles area are burning out of control. The Eaton fire started last night, and it has already burned more than 2,000 acres. Thousands of people have been told to evacuate in the Pasadena-Altadena area. That includes NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory that's nearby. Another fire is the Palisades Fire burning northwest of L.A. That scorched about 3,000 acres. Cherise Wallace lives in the area and is one of the thousands of people told to flee. But the fire erupted so quickly, she says people are having trouble getting out.
At the bottom of the canyon, there was cars piled on top of each other. There was boulders and debris that fell off of off the canyon that was on fire, that was in the middle of the road where people had to abandon their cars.
A third blaze is the Hearst Fire burning north of Los Angeles. That also broke out late last night, but people have already been forced to flee as it has scorched 500 acres and is growing. At least 3 big wildfires.
I think what's also scary, I didn't even think about that, but, you know, a lot of the homes that are in the canyons, especially like in the Palisades, you know, the rock and the debris and stuff catching on fire, and these boulders, like flaming boulders, are coming down the canyon. Like, that is frightening. Oh my God. I'm just praying for everybody in LA. Like, this is, I'm just blown away to see this, you know, and we've dealt with the fires before. You know, when I lived out there, you'd see fires right off of the 101, but I mean, nothing like this. Look at the smoke. Wow.
never, ever, ever seen anything like this. I've been living here for 6 years. There's so much smoke that it is blocking the sun. You can actually see it.
It looks very apocalyptic. You can barely see the sun.
This is wild. See how dark it is over here. This is where the Eaton fire is.
Look at the wind. Look at the trees. Oh my God. Now, I see a lot of people like on social media, you know, like I think earlier today, Sodom and Gomorrah was trending. People are saying this is karma. You know, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I mean, we all know Hollywood is weird and, you know, there's things that happen in the Illuminati, but there's also regular, degular, everyday people who are not involved in the bullshit in Hollywood. They're not out there drinking babies' blood and adrenochrome and, you know, just all the conspiracies. There are regular men, women, children who work hard, go to work every day, trying to survive, trying to take care of their families, take care of their babies. So let's not play the karma game because, again, we could do that with any state. We could say, well, Florida, you know, they used to feed black babies to alligators, karma for the, you know, for the hurricanes. Like, let's not do that. Let's just send prayers and well wishes to people. And if you can help out where you can help out, definitely do that. But, I mean, because if that's the case, this entire country is Sodom and Gomorrah, not just Hollywood. This entire country has done horrible things against, you know, people in other countries. So, yeah, let's not do that. I'm seeing a lot of that on social media. And there's a lot of, trust me, I lived in LA and I probably met more good people in LA than anything. Like, yeah, you'll have like the weird people who are just celebrity obsessed and they're just trying to do anything to make it in Hollywood. But the average person, they're literally just working hard and trying to make it day to day to pay that expensive ass rent and that high ass cost of living. You know, so the rich people that you see on the red carpets and the, you know, fabulous homes, that's literally 1% of what LA is. The average person in LA is not living like that. Trust me, I know. Let's watch some more videos here. Pull this up.
In my whole entire life of seeing fires and seeing fires spread, I have never seen a fire like the fire that is going on right now in California. And honestly, it's looking very biblical. Think about it. You have the most expensive.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
In my whole entire life of seeing fires and seeing fires spread, I have never seen a fire like the fire that is going on right now in California. And honestly, it's looking very biblical. Think about it. You have the most expensive pieces of real estate being burned right now. You have cars stuck on highways. You have people losing everything right now. 80-mile-per-hour winds, which is making the fire even worse to contain. What's going on? As a human being, this is one of the most scariest things that you can see. You have people that work so hard for what they have, losing everything. And to top it off, more than 50,000 people are under evacuation order. 50,000 people. Where are 50,000 people going to immediately go?
Didn't I just say that? Cali is extremely overpopulated. Where are they going to go? You can't just have 50,000 people chilling on the beach. This is a big, big issue.
Even the mayor, Karen Bass, said that everything is predicted to get worse. Firefighters can't even stop what's going on right now. Think about all the animals that they have there, pets, things of that nature. The Pasadena Jewish temple is burnt to the ground. Pay attention. In my whole entire life of seeing fires and seeing fires spread,
there were flames on both sides of the highway. There were embers flying over the lanes of the highway. So as we're driving behind this emergency vehicle, I'm hearing an explosion on my right. There are houses on fire right up against the road on the left. And so at this point, I'm just holding my breath, and I can feel the heat from inside the car, just watching the embers fly across the windshield. We get put on a lot of kind of risky assignments, and in this situation, we have to make a calculated risk for the best way to leave. And thankfully, we got out of there, and we got a real look at just the level of destruction and really the fear that a lot of those residents might be feeling if they're looking at those images on the news. If they've evacuated, I can't imagine. They're wondering if their house is the next one on fire, if they have anything to go home to.
Oh my God.
Hi. Just be okay. You're gonna be okay. Hi. You're gonna be okay. Oh shit. Don't worry about that, dude. Okay.
This is a beautiful home, high end, probably worth $5+ million, but it's not worth it. There's literally fires burning all around him. It looks like it's hell. Like, at what point do we just leave? This is crazy. I heard that they did eventually get out, but this is insane to be, I mean, in a tinderbox with your dog and your friend.
Oh shit. Scary, huh? Yeah. God. The plastic is gone, dude. Yeah. Fuck. Okay.
No politics, no hand-wringing, no kissing of the feet. The President of the United States said, yes, what else do you need? Emergency proclamations being drafted as we speak. No politics.
So I'm in Los Angeles right now, where the wildfires have gotten really bad. The air quality is horrible. And Donald Trump just weighed in on the situation. You are not going to believe what he had to say. He says, quote, Governor Gavin Newsom refused to sign the Water Restoration Declaration put before him that would have allowed millions of gallons of water from excess rain and snowmelt from the north to flow daily into many parts of California, including the areas that are currently burning in a virtually apocalyptic way. He wanted to protect an essentially worthless fish called a smelt by giving it less water. It didn't work, but didn't care about the people of California. Now the ultimate price is being paid. I will demand that this incompetent governor allow beautiful, clean, fresh water to flow into California. He is the blame for this. On top of it all, no water for fire hydrants, not firefighting planes, a true disaster. Donald Trump has no idea what he's talking about. He's not a scientist. He has no empathy. He just likes pointing fingers at Democrat governors because he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. So I'm in
Lillian, you're only 11 years old. I can't even imagine what this experience was like for you.
So this was about an hour ago. They're saying 2 dead, but somebody in the chat said it's up to 5 dead so far. Somebody just said that in the chat. So, oh, okay, I got super chats coming. I will read them. Give me just a second, because I know you're from Cali. Your mama's papa's, and I hope you're doing okay.
But tell me, what was Mom telling you? What did you see? How are you feeling? I definitely could hear your voice in that video. You were awfully brave to hang in there with your mom, but tell us what it was like.
Yeah, it was really scary because I didn't know if like my friend's school was gonna burn or my friend's houses or like places I love were gonna burn, or I didn't know if we were gonna have to get out and like my mom said, go to the ocean. So I was scared, and the sky was like all like orange in the video, and the sun was red, and it was crazy, and you could see the fire getting closer, and then we just stopped, and then we were stuck there for an hour, I think, and yeah.
So what was Mom saying to you to keep you calm?
She was just saying like calm down, we'll be okay. Just keep praying and just make sure that's just keep praying and just, yeah, pray that your friends' schools don't burn. And
Lillian, you're only a...
Okay, so let me see here. Let me come back on the full screen here. So it's a lot. It's a lot to digest and take in. Let me read some of the super chats here. Give me just a second. I am Mandy T sent $20. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Splenda Miami sent 2, says pray for us. No fresh air or water to stop the fires. We are definitely going to keep y'all in prayer. I was just in Cali in November for the Spotify event, so like my heart just goes out, and I still have so many friends who live in Cali. So this is just it's horrible. It's horrible. Just stay strong. Malay sent $9.99, says Cali cut their fire services by $23 million, while the LAPD budget by $138 million, and they're worth $2 billion. I did hear that they did cut some of the firefighter services as well. I did hear that earlier, so thank you so much for the super chat. Fat Rabbit Killer says, T, did you know that State Farm removed their fire policy for certain zip codes in Cali weeks before the fire? Now people have to fend for themselves. Yes, I spoke about that at the beginning of the stream. If you go back and you watch the live stream I did with Luigi about 2 weeks ago, I spoke about this. And I was saying, you know, a lot of people are moving around the United States, but you need to understand where you move to, there may not be protection. You know, the insurance companies, they have literally fled from Florida for the hurricane insurance. Fire insurance, they fled from California. So I was saying that a few weeks ago. So you have to be very, very mindful of where you choose to live, where you choose to build, because a lot of these insurance companies, because, you know, we can chop some of it up to global warming, but these hurricanes are becoming more frequent. These fires are becoming more frequent. These strange weather phenomenons. And these insurance companies, they don't want to go bankrupt. But you know what's so messed up about that, though? Think about all the people who paid their insurance 4 years. 4 years in the state of Florida, 4 years in the state of California. People paid their insurance. Because, again, if you're late, if you're not on time, they'll cut it off. You'll get in trouble. You know, it can affect you paying your mortgage if you don't keep insurance. But as soon as they want to just decide, hey, we don't want to cover this anymore, notice they're just free to pack up and go. Did anybody get a reimbursement check? I'm just wondering. Did anybody in Cali who've been paying for years to State Farm for fire insurance, did they receive a reimbursement check when they decided to pull out and leave Cali about 2 to 3 months ago? I don't recall anybody getting a check. I mean, it's such nonsense, because yet, like somebody said, if you don't pay, you can get a fine, you can get in all types of trouble. But when they decide, hey, we don't want to cover this, you know, it's too much for us, we need a reprieve, they can just pack up and leave with everybody's money. My thing is, they're going to leave. Okay, fine. I can see that as a business. Do you want to take on potential bankruptcy? No. But then pay everybody back their money. The people who have never cashed in their fire policies, their hurricane policies, at least pay them what they've paid in. If you don't want to cover it, at least give me back the thousands of dollars that I paid in over the past, 10 or so years. But of course, that's wishful thinking. They're not going to do that. And that's where regulation needs to come down the pipeline. Because how is that okay? You basically taking these people's money under the guise of a lie, because you said if you pay X amount of dollars per month, we guarantee you coverage in the event of. So how do you just pull out and take the money and nobody got a reimbursement check? So while Trump is, hooping and hollering at Gavin Newsom, they need to really investigate a lot of these insurance companies. And that's why I say I feel like insurance is a scam. But thank you for the super chat, love. Spraga 2D World Sim 5 says, yes, it gets windy around this type of year. It's called the Santa Ana winds. Okay, I've heard of the Santa Ana winds before, but do they, because people were saying that it got up to 100 miles per hour. Is that normal? Just like on an average January, having 100 miles per hour wind? Because I know we've had some windy days in Cali. I just don't remember it being hurricane-esque type winds. Because when you're talking about anything 75 plus miles an hour, that's hurricane. Those are hurricane winds. So, Santa Ana winds, I would think it'd be around maybe 10, 20 miles, just a normal, windy day, extra wind. But 100 miles, I just don't think that's normal Santa Ana winds. But I could be wrong. So 100 miles per hour is normal. Because I don't recall that ever happening in the 3 years I lived in Cali. Because you're talking about 100 miles per hour, that is enough to grab your, just stuff off your porch and turn it into a projectile. And I don't recall stuff just banging against my balcony. Somebody said 100 miles per hour wind is not normal. Stop capping. Thank you. I just don't think that's normal. Again, I could see 20 to 30, but 80 to 100 miles, those are hurricane force winds. The only thing missing is the water. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. DJ E sent $9.99, says, I called this out on Discord on Monday. As soon as the news said we are expecting winds, we always seem to magically get wildfires. The fact that they exploded like this is insane, though. Wow. Yeah, it's very frightening just how many fires have just appeared in the past 24 hours and how fast they've spread. That man said literally 5 football fields is what's burning every minute. Okay, somebody else said in the chat, Jeweled Micah says, Santa Ana winds are in October to December. Irresistible Force says 100 miles per hour can destroy structure. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't remember. I would remember if I was ever stuck in a 100 mile per hour wind when I lived in Cali. And I don't recall it at all. Miss Hagmatic says Monday evening there were multiple planes in the air spraying something. The next morning, boom. We never have wind in January. Yes, and I think I have some video. Let me check. Hold on. It might be on Instagram. But there's some video of flying objects. I don't know if you guys have seen them, and they were on the news, so it wasn't doctored. The news was doing an aerial shot of downtown LA, I believe. I might be wrong, but you can see a flying object flying out of the fire. So I don't know what that was about. A lot of people are pointing that out as well. Let's see here. Tiniest Little Kiwi sent 10 says, funny how Allie Carter said, watch for the fires. I feel like they are deleting evidence of Hollyweird. Yeah, I don't follow Allie, but that is very interesting if she said that. Yeah, maybe it's getting too hot out there. And they're trying to, what better way to start over than to burn everything into ash? Kind of like Game of Thrones, burning everything down. And then, like a phoenix, rises from the ash. So that might be something. Let's see here. Kim's Life Sent 5 says, LAUSD didn't shut down all the schools. I had my baby stay at home with me. I don't blame you. I would have done the same thing. LAUSD schools is just, they're the same one. I remember my son went to school. He was going to school in the Valley at Canoga Park. All the schools, I forgot what was going on around that time. I think it was bomb threats. And there were bomb threats in New York and in Cali. Cali made all the kids still go to school. I made my son stay home. I made him stay home. But in New York, they shut down all the schools in New York. This was a few years ago. It was all these bomb threats that were supposed to happen at the schools in New York and in Cali. Cali was nah, y'all going to school. But New York shut it down, and which makes sense because of 9/11. But I didn't let my son go to school. I made him stay home. So I don't blame you at all. PG Melton sent 5 says, let's not forget the shortage of firefighters in California due to being suspended for not taking the jab. Yeah, it kind of sounds like, you know, what we have now, the nursing shortage and all types of stuff. You know, they lost a lot of good nurses because they refused to take the jab, and now it doesn't even matter. Miss Somalia sent 2 says, hey T, did you hear about Ethiopia's volcano erupting? No, I did not hear about that. I'm gonna have to look into that. So thank you for letting me know about that. I didn't hear about that. Okay, your mama's papa. She sent $50. They said, what's up, T? I'm here in Cali, and honestly, it feels like these are orchestrated attacks. I have lived in Cali all my life, born and raised, and these last 2 years with these fires are not normal. I think the U.S. is under attack, and we should all prepare. I definitely agree. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. I know you're an OG on this channel, and you represent Cali proudly, and I just hope everything is okay with you and your neighborhood and where you stay at. But yeah, nothing about this feels normal. You know, it feels like something sinister is definitely going on. And 2025 just started. It's almost like what else is coming down the pipeline, because none of this feels normal. It feels very eerie and apocalyptic. And especially when I saw those videos of whatever those UFOs were flying in the fires. That was very, very strange to me. So thank you for the super chat. Paldine Cruz sent 5 says, here I'm in Florida. If you have a mortgage, please review your insurance policies really good. They are starting to exclude wind damage from storm systems. Yes, I agree. Definitely look over your policies, especially if you're in these high-risk states like California, like Florida, and other places in the South, you know, that tend to get hurricanes and stuff like that. Definitely look them over, because these insurance companies, they love to get your money, but when it comes time for them to pay out, it's like they don't understand English all of a sudden. So it's crazy. Rose Marin sent $4.99 says, for those asking where Biden is, he's sending in the National Guards. You're no worse than Trump making it political. Ask insurance companies. Thank you for the super chat. I'm glad he's sending in the National Guards. I can only imagine when this is said and done, how many people could have possibly passed away from this. Because if you have people stuck where they're having to leave their cars and run out, I mean, you can only run for so far. You know, if you're breathing in this toxic smoke and it's hot, you're not prepared. I mean, firefighters are going into that with like respirators and all types of gear. Imagine all the people running to get out their cars. So this is just frightening. Miss Sparkles sent $1.99, says, if you know HAARP is real, why not make it rain? Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. You know, they seed clouds in Dubai. Remember, Dubai went through that huge flood not too long ago, earlier in 2024. So people have been saying, if you guys can make it rain in Dubai, why are you guys not using those same technologies to make it rain out in Cali? So, I don't know. Shelly J says, just like you said, the banks use our money for loans and stuff. I believe the same thing is going on with these insurance companies. I definitely agree with that. It makes sense. It definitely makes sense. Moonlight says, traffic was crazy leaving last night. Whole trees and branches littered the entire freeway for miles. Stay safe, everyone. Love you, T. Love you, too, and you stay safe as well. Wow. Spraga sent $50, says, how strong are the Santa Ana winds? The strength of the winds is what helps to spread the fires. Speeds of 60 to 80 miles per hour are common, but gusts up to 100 miles per hour can occur during the worst Santa Ana events. So it looks like she had posted something from Google. So thank you for the information. I appreciate it. So even they're saying that the 100 miles are not, it's not really normal. Okay, Moonlight says, YT is censoring the super chats. I had to edit words that are related to this situation. My tin hat is tingling. This situation is not normal. Stay safe, you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and definitely agree. Danny Bravo says they should get $1 trillion lawsuit going. Yeah, they definitely should be sued. They definitely should be sued for playing with people's lives and, you know, taking people's money and just pulling out when people need them the most. Shy B says, I could see the health insurance premiums rising due to long effects from these natural disasters. Wow. I could see that too. That makes sense, especially with people breathing in, you know, these carcinogens and, you know, the air being super polluted right now. I could definitely see that as well. Tiniest Little Kiwi says, T, you need to look into Economist magazine cover for 2025. All of the theories on each image are portrayed for 2025. What? Let me Google. Let me pull it up here. What's ahead for 2025? I'm not really seeing. When I click on it, let me see if I can just go to Google Images. Oh, okay. I guess I'm trying to see the fire. I'm not really seeing it, unless I'm tripping. Let me look at this other picture. Like it's like a globe. It has like a bunch of like different pictures. Let me show y'all real quick. Maybe I'm missing it. I might be slow and don't know. I don't see it. I don't know, but y'all can show me. Maybe I will see it. Okay. So this is when I put it in, this is what came up. But I'm not really, like, I see the electric cars, I see Donald Trump, I see the all-seeing eye, Saturn, I see Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin, I see the jab. Yeah, I'm not really seeing the fire. Maybe y'all are seeing it. I'm not really seeing it. Let me see what the chat is saying. Are y'all seeing it? I don't. Or is this the wrong? It might be the wrong one. Yeah, I'm not really seeing it. So let me go back. Okay, let me read the next super chat here. Wavy Tay, what's up, Wavy? He sent $49.99. He says, hey, Auntie, this is your favorite soldier checking in. I'm from Cali and not trying to be a conspiracy theorist. The federal government owns 47.7% of land in Cali. Who's to say that they are not starting these on fire to use the land for secret projects? I agree, because everybody's saying that these fires are not normal. This is something that they've never seen before. So at this point, I wouldn't be surprised about anything going on. But thank you for the super chat, and definitely stay safe, and thank you for always tapping in with me. Let's see here. Nini the Dragon says, T, YouTube keeps putting ads in your live. Whenever you start talking about fires, heavy, they be throwing in an ad. What? So while I'm live right now, you guys are getting ads during the live stream? That is crazy. They didn't even give me an option. Usually there's like an option. So I guess this is what they're doing in 2025. They're throwing in ads if you don't have YouTube Premium. That is insane. Wow, so everybody's seeing the ads? Oh my gosh. Heavy ads at that? While I'm live? Wow. Every 2 minutes. Are you serious? And I'm not seeing anything on my end. Like, I'm just, talking like normal. I'm not seeing anything. Because I remember when they were first testing it, they would say, oh, we're just going to do an ad the first 30 seconds. Because remember, that's when I would just go live and let, at least for like a minute so that ad could play. So now they're putting it in between my live streams. You're not going to see it if you have premium, but for people who don't have premium, they're definitely seeing ads. Somebody said like at least 4 ads have played. That is crazy. Social media, man. I'm telling y'all, the money's not moneying at this point. So let's go ahead and watch a few more videos here. Let's see. Okay. I like him. He be saying some real stuff.
Gavin Newsom on how he refused to sign the water restoration declaration put before him that would have allowed millions of gallons of water to flow into California from the Sacramento area, but now that's been limited to protect what he called an essentially worthless fish called smelt. And if no water wasn't enough, the fire department said they are dangerously understaffed and they can't handle a crisis of this magnitude. If you didn't know, Mayor Karen Bass slashed $17.6 million from the fire department's budget earlier this year. People are also reporting being left out of insurance because they're in high-risk areas. Some people are saying they allegedly weren't being notified about this until the fire reached their doorstep, and this whole situation is just a nightmare, and we need more accountability here. Fires in Southern California are starting to look like an apocalypse nightmare. I mean, this footage is a disaster, and the way they are treating this is also becoming disaster. First of all, the firefighters are reporting dry fire hydrants. No water in the fire hydrants. So the reservoirs are depleted, and Trump went off on the governor of California, Gavin Newsom.
Oh, because we just heard that part. Let me...
What? Yeah.
Hold on. There was some other videos. Let me go back to TikTok. Point of view, your power is out, so you're watching wildfires burn across the mountains as if it's TV. So people's power is out too in Cali? Well, I guess in certain parts, not the whole, but wow.
It's just so sad. And I feel for everyone that's lost property and fires. I've never been this close to it. It's just so sad. And I feel for everyone that's lost property.
I mean, it's just utter devastation.
Oh my God.
I don't know if this has hit the news yet, but there's a really bad fire in California. I'm here. I've been watching it grow all day.
There are hurricane force winds blowing through Southern California right now, and that is causing huge problems for firefighters trying to fight this fire. They can't put up planes. They can't put up helicopters. Fires raging out of control. The fires have burned about 5 football fields per minute. One of the fires is burning in Pacific Palisades. Now, that's a coastal neighborhood of Los Angeles and home to a number of celebrities. We're talking million-dollar mansions. Palisades Charter High School is among the buildings damaged by the fires. There is also a desperate effort to get out of the way of the fire. 30,000 people now under mandatory evacuation orders. On Sunset Boulevard, drivers abandoned their cars after getting stuck in traffic trying to leave.
We got in the car to go, and then all the cars were abandoned, so I had nowhere to go, so I just had to get out of my car and start walking.
I mean, this is like a movie. Sunset Boulevard, abandoned cars? That is crazy. Like, I feel like I'm watching a movie right now. 30,000 people need to evacuate, and Sunset Boulevard is just full of abandoned cars? That is crazy.
That woman only had her backpack and her dog. That is all she was able to save from her home. We also want to show you the view from above. Video was shot from a plane above the Palisades fire. We know that a firefighter suffered a serious head injury while fighting this fire, and other people being treated for burns. I'm told that those people simply had to walk away from their homes and walk to a grocery store and restaurants trying to find help for themselves. We hope to learn more about the nature of some of these injuries later today as sun starts to rise.
This is so sad. Imagine having to try to fight your own fire because there's no firefighters coming. And this is what we mean, what we say on this channel all the time, that when shit hits the fan, you're on your own. Nobody's coming to save you. So you have to start preparing. You know, people love to scream prep shaming and all this nonsense. People need to get their egos out of it. And you have to start figuring out things. Evacuation routes, you know what I'm saying? Having the proper necessities in your car, enough food, water. If you have to abandon your car, having backpacks that you can, you know, a bug out bag. Like, these are things that we really have to start thinking about that used to be in movies that are now becoming a reality. I mean, this is sad. This person is literally using a garden hose trying to put out a fire in their backyard. This is so sad. This is where our tax money, we pay for, you know, for stuff like this. This is where our tax monies are supposed to go, towards firefighters and policing and things like that.
We're fighting it.
This is crazy. And there's really nothing scarier, you know, than driving. And when I was in LA and they had fires off of the 101, like off of the freeway, it was frightening just looking at that, because you're seeing like trees burn, but you still kind of had the barrier and you knew eventually going to make it home. I couldn't even imagine something like this where, like somebody said in the chat, tree branches are falling, you know, burning hot trees are falling over onto the freeway, and there's just fire everywhere. Eventually you have zero visibility. So you don't know if you might hit the person in front of you or not. Okay, so people in the chat are saying that ads are coming. There was a State Farm ad, a crypto ad. YouTube, count your days. Why are you running ads during my live stream? This is insane. Oh. This is reminding me of Maui all over again. Wow.
An actor, Steve Guttenberg, who lives near the Pacific Palisades fire and jumped into action to help. Steve, we're used to seeing you on screen.
The fires in California are devastating, and it could be an insurance disaster. Over the last few years, major private insurance companies like Allstate and State Farm have completely pulled out of the state, dropping their customers and halting all new fire insurance policies, citing the rising risk of wildfires and the soaring cost of claims. This exodus left homeowners with no other choice but to enroll in California's state-mandated FAIR Plan. As a homeowner, this is your last resort for fire insurance if you've been denied of all other coverage. And as you may have guessed, enrollment in this plan has surged, with 451,000 plans in effect, covering a total of $458 billion of home value. But here's the problem. The FAIR plan doesn't have the same capital reserve requirements as private insurance companies. And with the surge of enrollment happening in just the last year, it's unclear whether this plan has enough capital reserves to cover what are going to be catastrophic losses.
Once again, the okie doke. This is literally like a rug pull. Okay, so the big insurance companies leave Cali because they don't want to go bankrupt. So they get to leave California, but they also don't have to pay for shit. They also don't have to reimburse anybody. So just like in Florida, because Florida did the same thing with Governor DeSantis, they did it where you can have the Florida mandated, hurricane insurance. I guess California is doing the same thing. But they're not going to have enough money to cover this. So what are they going to do? Are they going to give everybody back their money that they've been paying into this for the past year or two? At least give people back what they paid into it. Because they're not going to be able to cover these fires. Absolutely not.
Pacific Palisades is the 5th highest exposure to the FAIR plan in Southern California at $5.8 billion. And if the total claim value exceeds what the FAIR Act has in reserves, the participating insurance companies can pass the costs directly onto the consumer. Only time will tell how this plays out in California, but this situation speaks to a broader, troubling trend that traditional home insurance is not prepared to handle the scale and frequency of modern natural disasters. And if the insurance safety nets that we've relied on keep failing us, are these areas of the world even livable anymore? The fires in California are devastating.
Now, haven't I been saying this for the past year? That people are going to have to really reevaluate where they go to live. Places like Cali, Florida, and a lot of other places may become unlivable because the cost to live there is not worth it. You have people in the Sanibel Islands over there in Florida who lost everything when that hurricane hit that island. They lost everything. So at this point, is it even worth it to live in these areas anymore? Because insurance is not going to cover anything. This is just extremely disturbing and sad.
49,000 residents forced to evacuate, 4,500 acres burned, and the fires are still 0% contained. Here's the latest update on the California fires as of 6 a.m. Eastern Time. There are currently 3 wildfires burning across Southern California, and all 3 are 0% contained. The Palisades fire has scorched nearly 3,000 acres, and millions of residents in Southern California are currently under a red flag warning. Additionally, the Eaton fire has consumed about 1,000 acres, and the Hearst fire covers 500 acres. Luckily, there are no injuries or deaths reported so far. Schools across the LA metro area are closed and nursing homes have been evacuated. Currently, prisons are not evacuated but are still on high alert. Although the Sylmar Juvenile Hall and other youth detention facilities in Los Angeles, which lie in the path of the Hearst fire, have not received evacuation orders, officials have stated that they are ready to evacuate if necessary. California Governor Gavin Newsom announced on X that over 1,400 firefighting personnel have been dispatched to combat the fires. The flames have exploded because of a mix of dry conditions and powerful winds up to 60 miles per hour. Fire officials believe that they are likely to strengthen overnight and continue into Thursday. This is an ongoing situation, and Brute will be covering the story as it develops.
Those are like $5+ million homes up in flames. And it's such a beautiful area, the beaches out there. Wow.
PCH are being blown by fierce winds. It is like driving through hell itself down here.
That was the PCH.
Sarah was on with her 8-year-old.
I'm going to do my
my best to get through this video.
We heard repeatedly fire crews requesting help, backup, and not having enough crews. Were you guys prepared enough for this? Did we have enough resources to fight these fires? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. So I'll start at the end and work back. No, LA County and all 29 fire departments in our county are not prepared for this type of widespread disaster. There are not enough firefighters in LA County.
What did I say at the beginning of the stream? I said they're not prepared. And on top of that, there's nobody to even replace the firefighters who have been there. These jobs are not being, promoted, popularized. The next generation is not looking to be firefighters. They want to be influencers, and they want to be, Aiden Ross and Kai Cenat.
To address 4 separate fires of this magnitude. We were prepared. We did get state pre-position resources that came from Northern California that were up in the Santa Clarita Valley. We did hire additional firefighters from the LA County Fire Department and pre-position them in the Santa Monica Mountains. The LA County Fire Department was prepared for 1 or 2 major brush fires, but not 4, especially given these sustained winds and low humidities. Like our Director of Emergency Management said, this is not a normal red flag alert. People were calling for help. We tried to get them the help that they needed. LA County right now, like the LA City Fire Department, is prioritizing life safety, but we're also engaging in structure defense, perimeter control, and aerial operations. Remember that the LA County Fire Department has 13 aerial assets available to it. In addition to our agency-owned helicopters, we have our 2 CL-415 Super Scoopers and our CH-47, which is part of the 3-county QRF. So we're prepared to keep fighting the fight. Like I said earlier, I've requested additional resources, not only from Northern California, but from out of state. We did that last night, yesterday. So we're doing the very best we can, but no, we don't have enough fire personnel in LA County between all of the departments to handle this. Thank you.
Oh, that is frightening. This is Sunset Boulevard? What in the world?
I don't think anyone.
Oh my God.
He's flying right over that thing.
I just heard right now that Cali's on fire. My daughter just told me, and I'm like, how is that even possible for California to have wildfires in winter when it's cold and it's not summer? I just don't understand. Here in Arizona, we don't have these kind of problems. Like, it's very rare that we see a fire. But let me tell everybody in California that here in Arizona, we feel the effects of these fires. Right now, I'm coughing a little bit. I could breathe the smoke that's coming from California. And look at the sun, guys. Look at the sun. The sun right now is all foggy, and that looks like smoke. It does not look like clouds. And honestly, right now, I could smell this smoke coming from California. And I just checked the app that tells you the air quality, and it's at 500. And it's telling me that it's hazardous. The air quality right now here in Arizona is hazardous.
So if it's hazardous in Arizona, imagine the air quality for the people who are living in California. Y'all stay prayed up. This is serious.
Pray for everybody that's going through a fire right now and their homes on fire, or the fire is close. I pray for you guys to stay safe and your home stay safe. man, I feel bad for all these California people, man, that they have to face these fires and all these, wildfires that are going on around. Man, I really do feel for you guys, and I pray for you guys that you guys stay safe out there in California. But here in Arizona, we feel the effects of these wildfires. I don't know, if you're in Arizona, are you seeing all this smoke? Are you smelling the smoke? If you're in Arizona, can you see the sun and see the smoke around it? Like, it's making me cough. I'm serious, man. It's crazy that this fucking smoke comes all the way from over there. And it's windy right now, so it doesn't help. You know, the wind is blowing all this shit over here, man.
And he's not lying, because I remember when Canada was having all those fires and we were experiencing a lot of their smoke coming down here to Minnesota, where like a lot of our skies were like really smoky and the sun was looking crazy. So a lot of people may have to go back to wearing masks on their face for now to not breathe in as much of the smoke, but it's definitely something going on.
Anybody else feeling like what's going on with these wildfires in California remind you of exactly what happened in Maui, with a little sprinkle of what happened with the hurricanes down in the south? Why is there no water? Why are people not helping them? Why is there not airlines flying people out? Why are officials in other countries? What is happening? They're literally just letting people burn. Those politicians are absolutely failing that state. And it blows my mind that they voted for these people. They wanted these people in there. Where is Gavin Newsom? The last I seen, he was there for like a photo op. It's so crazy and mind-blowing.
Damn, you can even see the smoke from Rodeo Drive.
Oh my God, my Shayla.
The fires in California are so terrible, and there's so many wildfires right now. I watched a video of firefighters saving family photo albums and family heirlooms and keepsakes. I started crying, and this made me realize, cops, firefighters, you'll never see anyone saying a bad thing about a firefighter. The fires in California are so terrible.
Girl, shut your ass up. She acts like she's really facing police brutality. Girl, bye. Next. All right. I was trying to see if we could come across the video. Let me come back on the screenshot. This girl off my damn shit. I'm trying to see if I can find the video of the orbs and stuff. Let me Google. See if I can find it. Okay. Looks like somebody has it up. All right. Y'all know me. I have no chill. I just don't like when people try to appropriate oppression. Like, girl, get the fuck out of here. This is why, F all cops, and it's all about the firefighters. But let somebody bust her in her forehead. The first thing she gonna do is call 911. I need to make a police report. Girl, get your ass out of here. So let's go here. I found the video, child. Everybody want to be oppressed. Okay, so let's start with this one here.
What is this purple thing right here? You tell me. What the fuck is going on? It's spinning. And then watch when I pan over here in a second. And this is all live stream footage from Los Angeles.
That is weird. I didn't even see the purple one. I hate the fact they have music. Like, we don't need a soundtrack. I don't know what that is with people on social media. I always want to add a soundtrack to shit. And then, you play it, then you get dinged because they want to add a soundtrack to everything.
Just wanted to share this video that I shot before we left for the evacuation. The cities that are affected are Altadena, Pasadena, La Cañada, La Crescenta, and parts of Glendale. I hope everyone is safe, and if you guys need anything, let us know.
Someone caught what appears to be a fucking orb flying down through the fire and smoke in California. You can clearly see it. It goes whoop, look like fucking Goku flying on a motherfucking cloud. A lot of talk's been going around about this fire and what started it. And nobody.
So where's the video of the orbs? Like, he's over here yelling and shouting. Where's the said video? That's what I swear everybody's a conspiracy theorist, child. Can you just play the video? He's over here hooping and hollering. Next.
The firefight is not over. In fact, there's so much activity still going on that there is restricted access getting up into the mountains. You see Highway 330 behind us. That is still closed, as it has been for the majority of the last 2 weeks.
Let me go back and see if anybody else has it. It's like they're flying. Trying to see if I can. It might be on Twitter. Let me go on Twitter. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna look on Twitter. Come off the screen, cause I thought the brother had it. He over there hooping and hollering and screaming and shouting with no evidence. Just take my word for it. Let me see here. See if it comes up in on Twitter. Okay, here it is. One thing about Twitter will not fail you. They got 2 good videos too. Okay, so we found them on Twitter. All right, let me pull this up here. Okay, this is the first video. It says, update: multiple users on X are recording their televisions, and they are seeing streaks of a mysterious aircraft whizzing through the skies in the wildfire smoke. So y'all see that? So that was live. Fox News was reporting live. So everybody's trying to figure out, what is this? Here goes another video. Weird UAP, we call them UFOs around here. Orb-looking thing flying out of the LA fires, seen from Santa Monica Beach cam. It's been seen flying around for about an hour now. So y'all see it right here? So something is going on. See, different people recording it. So I don't know. Looks like somebody else caught something. Oh, that was in September. Okay. Then they said Malibu. Malibu was just trending. See, what's the latest with Malibu? Oh, wow. See what he got to say.
All these homes along this stretch just south of Dukes are gone. Firefighters continue to work here on PCH. Iconic restaurant Moon Shadow is gone. The Rosenthal Winery burned down. All these
So this is on the PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway. Wow.
Homes along this stretch just
Oh, so this was the, oh my gosh. This was the before and after. Wow. I've never eaten at this particular restaurant.
all these homes along this
That's so sad. Everything on the west side of the PCH in Malibu is gone. I'm literally in shock right now. The more I just dig into this is crazy. That doesn't even look like the PCH. It looks like some type of apocalyptic movie. Wow.
Out of the way. And until we get water tenders or the water system restored, we're doing the best we can with just evacuating people out.
Oh, more.
Oh my God, look at all these fucking from Operation.
The title is saying that's $1 million house or more. This is Malibu, one of the wealthiest, affluent places on the entire planet, now being burnt to ashes. Wow.
With that, oh my God. Yeah, strike team reporting there, Darnell.
Holy fuck.
I'll take the strike team to assist with the area because we still have the community that refused to leave. But if you have other priorities.
Total destruction in Malibu. This is crazy. These were beachfront homes on the PCH. This is definitely giving me Hawaii vibes. Oh, lovely tea. Okay, Madia, she on it. Not me popping up in the search. Man, oh man, huh. It's a lot going on. You know, sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying. But yeah, this is just devastating. Like I said, that was my home for several years. Was out there in Cali, so I'm shooketh right now with everything I'm seeing. Let me go ahead and read a few more super chats, and I'm gonna go ahead and get up off of here. Kit Finn sent $2, says Hawaii 2.0, native plants plus flammable eucalyptus. Thank you for the super chat. DJ Lady Desiree, I think that's what it says, Desiree, sent $10, says Maui is starting to feel like it was it's starting to feel like a practice run for Cali. Seems like the same playbook. The definition of the Palisades is trippy too. Maybe a hint of what's next to come. I don't know what is the definition of the Palisades? Like the meaning of it. Let me see. I don't know what the meaning is. A palisade, a wooden stake or iron railing fixed in the ground, forming an enclosure or a defense. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, I could see Hawaii being a trial run, you know, because a lot of the locals in Hawaii, you know, they're not as wealthy. So it's almost like, you know, burn them down, move on with the news cycle. Then you have Mark Zuckerberg and Oprah going there, buying land and everything else. But with this in Cali, it's definitely something sinister going on, especially when you have places like Malibu, you know, whole restaurants off of the PCH burnt to a crisp. The Palisades, these are some of the richest zip codes in the country. Something is definitely going on. Let's see here. Miss Rigo says, remember when it flooded in New Orleans and they didn't want to pay people? Now these wealthy people had to suffer the same fate. Yeah, I remember that. During Hurricane Katrina, they didn't want to pay out anything. They were blaming it on the wind and then blaming it on the water. And it's like, what does it matter if it's wind damage or water damage? They both came from Katrina. But again, that's why I feel like insurance is a scam at this point, unfortunately. Let's see here. Just Kiana sent $9.99, says, one question, where is Newsom and how much will this cost California once the fire is out? I'll wait. When something unnatural is done, the earth responds, i.e. volcanoes in Hawaii right now. I think with the way this is looking, as devastating as these fires are, and they're saying right now there's no end in sight. It's been zero contained, and it's steadily spreading. I mean, this could be enough to bankrupt Cali, because Cali's already running low on money, you know? The only thing that was keeping California really afloat was Hollywood, the movie industry. But we all see how that's played out over the past year with the boycotts and the picketing, the strikes. And then a lot of the production in Cali, they've moved to other cities like Georgia, down in Atlanta. They've moved to places like Texas. So they've been, even like in Louisiana, they've been doing a lot of filming down there. So Hollywood is not even what it once was. So this fire I think this fire really could bankrupt the state if it ends up being as bad as it is. Kat G, hold on. Sem 499, she says, I'm in San Diego. I don't smell no smoke outside. That Arizona guy was capped for clout and fake coughing. Super weird of him. Well, you never know. I guess it could depend on which way the wind is blowing. Because like I said, we did smell smoke and see smoke from the Canadian fires, but we are very close to Canada as well. I think we're definitely a lot closer to Canada than the guy in Arizona to Cali. But again, child. Thank you for the super chat, though. Lord Flawless says this is called the they're calling it the Great Reset for a reason. That is true. This definitely could be a part of it. Little Hellboy sent $9.99 says, barely a week into the new year and Cali is having a devastating wildfire. I feel like 2025 is going to be a year of bullshit or a year of devastation. Either way, it's going to be crazier than 2024. Yeah, all we really can do for this year is to just, you know, stay aware, stay on top of stuff, stay prepared, and stay prayed up. Peaches sends $750. I think that's in Thai money. Says T, I just done some research about Cali. Apparently, the lizard people have been in Cali making tunnels underground, and it has ties to CP, like the Getty Villa. I'm not going to say much, but something is happening in Cali and in Hollywood. Well, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm going to have to look into that. I've been hearing a lot about the underground tunnels. I have been hearing about that. Pure Joy sent 10 says, God gave Noah the rainbow sign, no more water, and fire the next time. James Baldwin. Thank you for the super chat, sis. Crystal Washington sent $4.99 says it's either a money grab or they're trying to bury the bones of Hollywood. We don't know what's in those folks' houses. Love from Charleston, South Carolina. Big Geechee things. Thank you so much. Shout out to all my Geechees out there in South Carolina. Man, yeah, it's something. Something is going on. I don't believe this is a normal fire. You know, Cali's been getting wildfires over the past few years, but never around this time, never this big. I think something is definitely, there's something deeper going on. I agree with what everybody's saying. As far as the ads, I'm definitely going to email my YouTube manager. This is ridiculous. People are saying that they're getting tons of ads. Somebody has counted up to 10 ads. That is insane. That's totally disrupting the stream. If I'm not stopping to read ads, why are they inserting ads? And I hate the fact that they're doing it in this stream where we're really talking about something serious. So I apologize about that. I have no control of this, but I'm going to get to the bottom of it because I don't want ads playing while I'm live. I mean, this is crazy. It looks like there's another button on here. So they have a button on my back end that says insert ads, which I don't have clicked. Then they have another button that says delay ads. Now, I've never seen that before, so I don't even know when they added the second button. So what? As soon as I hit delay ad, it started a countdown starting from 10 minutes. What kind of shit is that? It started a countdown. It's saying 9:47, 9:46, 9:45. So basically they have it set to put ads in every 10 minutes. That is crazy. Let me screenshot this. I'm sending this over to her. Because I've never seen that button before. But if I'm hitting something that says delay ads, that means don't play ads. Why are you giving me a 10-minute countdown to when you're going to run another ad? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I think with a lot of these like websites and companies, they're forcing the ads to annoy people to force you to pay for the service. Because I'm not going to lie, that's what made me pay for YouTube Premium. Because I got tired of jumping out the shower to go hit skip ad. And then after a while, you couldn't even skip the ads. I'm like, well, what the hell is the point? We went from 30-second ads on YouTube to entire documentaries. Like a 30-minute ad, that's not an ad. That's a documentary. That's a whole commercial. 30 minutes? You got people playing whole music videos on YouTube as ads. Like, this is crazy. And I think they're making the ads more annoying so that way people are forced to go on to premium. I truly believe that at this point. It literally is now at 8 minutes and 25 seconds before they'll start the ads again. This is crazy. I didn't even know this was a thing on YouTube until y'all started saying y'all are seeing ads continuously. Exactly. Nobody's buying half that stuff any damn way. Too much overconsumption as it is. Yeah, I had to get premium. I couldn't do it. I had to, they broke me down. I'm not gonna lie, they broke me down. I had to get premium. I couldn't take it. It was just too much. But I'm definitely gonna contact my YouTube manager and find out what's going on, because I don't know if this is something that I'm not allowed to opt out of anymore, but they need to bring the opt-out button back, because I don't want ads playing while I'm live streaming. That's why I don't read ads. I know I read ads for a little bit, I think like a year ago, but to me, it was just, it slowed down the stream. It was annoying. I didn't like it. And I feel like I get enough support from people where I don't have to do ad reads. Even in my videos, I don't do ad reads. I try, I don't think I've done any ad reads in my videos in years. I just want to put the content out there. I feel like YouTube puts enough ads in videos that I don't want to then turn around and be like, oh, let me read this ad for y'all. Because I hate that. It's like I pay for premium, but then like anytime you watch anybody from the Daily Wire or Jason Whitlock or just whoever, they're still reading ads. So it's like, it doesn't even matter if you pay for premium, they're still going to read ads about Good Ranchers and all this other stuff. And I get it. That's how people get paid. I'm not knocking it, but it is annoying. I'm not going to lie. It annoys me as a consumer. So I don't know. Yeah, I might have to bump it up to premium if it keeps up like this. But you guys, let me go ahead and read these last few super chats. I'm going to get up out of here. Let me see. Kat G says the fire has spread to the border inland by Temecula. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Let me see if I can find that. Jumpin' Flash sent $5. Says, I catch myself humming the Lovely Tea theme song throughout the day. I love that. I'm so glad y'all really enjoy my theme song. That means the world to me. Because I be writing out my little theme songs, honey. I wish I could sing them myself, but I don't really have a singing voice. Let's see. So the fire, are you saying, is that like the Mexican border? Let me see. I'm trying to see what comes up. Nothing is really coming up for me to say that it's spread yet. Let me... Because if it spread to the border, that's crazy. So they're saying so far, I'm not saying where it spread to the border, but as of 2 hours ago, Oh, okay. They're saying the problem. I don't know all these Spanish words. I'm sorry. PAUBA fire evacuations. So Temecula is in California. So you're saying that it spread to the Temecula borders, what you're saying. Okay. I'm thinking it's something in Mexico. I'm sorry, child. You know, Cali's so close to, you know, Mexico. I thought you were saying it spread to the border. So it's basically spread to that particular city. So they're doing evacuations. That's what's popping up. But they're saying as of 2 hours ago, the Santa Clarita Valley, they're saying at least 5. Let me share my screen, child. This is what they're saying so far. At least 5 dead, 80,000 people ordered to evacuate LA County as wildfires rage. 80,000 people. Where are 80,000 people supposed to go safely? They already got a huge population of people on the beaches, but I mean, logistically, where are 80,000 people supposed to go right now? Some 80,000 residents, including Vice President Kamala Harris, are under evacuation orders as of Wednesday. This is crazy. Over 400,000 people without power. More than 1,100 structures have been destroyed by the fires. The National Weather Service has extended its red flag warning into Thursday. Wow. I've never seen anything like this. Wow. 400,000 without power. Widespread shutoffs stretch from Santa Barbara area over to Lancaster down to Temecula. Another 69,000 customers were experiencing outages due to fierce winds spreading throughout the region. Utility is mulling an additional 433,000 public safety shutoffs as weather conditions are expected to continue and pose a safety risk into Thursday. So it looks like they're purposely shutting off the electricity so that way there's not more explosions and more fires. This is scary. They've now called in the National Guard to assist first responders in fighting the Palisade, Eaton, and Hearst fires. Wow. 2 suspects allegedly looting amongst fire. Why would you be out there looting? People be doing the most, I swear. Okay, that's sad. Well, thank you for that information. I appreciate you, Kat. Let's see here. Quisha says all the money people spend on homes, insurance, taxes, etc., and yet there aren't enough resources for prevention or relief for people. Yeah. And that's the scariest thing. I know it's very easy to be dismissive and say, oh, well, those are rich people's homes. I don't care about that because at the end of the day, everybody works, for the most part, right? Everybody works hard for their money, for their lifestyle, whatever, regardless if it's rich people's. When it comes to fires devastate everybody. You don't think if that fire moves downward that poor people will be affected too? So this is a humanity problem that's going on right now in Cali. You know, like we shouldn't be just dismissive just because it's a $10,000 home. A home is a home. Regardless if your home costs $10,000 or if it costs $100,000. That's still your home. That's still your blood, sweat, and tears that you put into that home and making it a home, putting up pictures and, you know, just getting it for your family, to start your family, things like that. So it's just really sad. This is devastating all the way around. It really is. Let's see here. Z Ashay says, Happy New Year, T. They use inmates who got sent to fire camps to fight these fires, yet these same men can't get jobs as firefighters when they get out. That is a really good point. That is a good point. We talked about that earlier in the stream, that the last few fires they've had in California, they had to go and grab inmates to help because there's not enough firefighters in Cali. There's just not. And so for them to be out there risking their lives and fighting these fires once they get out, they should definitely be offered jobs, especially when you're talking about people who have felonies on their records and it's hard for them to find work. I think that's something that California should really look into, is to hire people who have done that type of work and bringing them on as permanent firefighters, especially being that there's a shortage. So I think that's a wonderful idea. So thank you so much for bringing that up. Miss AB says, yep, I was tired of the ads, so I went premium. I don't blame you. Valerie Moses, she has gifted 5 Lovely Tea memberships. So if you want to be a member, she's gifted 5 of them. You can hurry up and sign up. Going to the membership tab. So thank you so much, Valerie. I appreciate you. And if you're going to join and be a member, make sure you go watch my deep dive on the Maui wildfires. I did a whole deep dive on that. If you have not seen it, definitely check it out. For you guys who are members, definitely check out the video that I did on the Maui wildfires and see if what's going on right now in Cali kind of correlates to what happened in Hawaii. Let's see here. Spraga sent 5 says that restaurant Moonshadow is beautiful. I can't believe it's gone. Ate there for my birthday. Wow. This fire also happened 2 or 3 years ago, but not this bad. Yeah, like I said, you know, a lot of us are used to the fires that have taken place in Cali, but I've never seen anything like this, ever this bad. And for that restaurant to be gone is just, it's sad. Because a lot of those restaurants right there by the beach are just really, really beautiful. I forgot the one that I ate at for my birthday a few years ago. It wasn't Moonshadow because I would have remembered that name, but it was like right on the beach and it was just so beautiful. I got to think of the name. But some of those beachside restaurants they're just really nice to like eat at and listen to the waves and all that stuff. So that's just sad. Let's see here. Tracy M sent 1999 says they hope we just roll with the message, but nope, we're on it. Love your content, Lovely Tea. Thank you so much for your support, Tracy. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Vic Garland. Oh, okay, we got a lot of new members joining. Vic Garland sent 5 says the governor failed them by not being proactive. Wildfires are not unheard of out here, but he can facilitate a lockdown with the best of them. Exactly. I definitely agree with that, you know, because this is something that happens in Cali. I mean, if the insurance companies had enough wherewithal to say, you know what, we're out. We don't want to deal with any more fires because it could bankrupt us. Then as governor, he definitely should have done more. Definitely should have done more. So thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Virgo Mama sent 555. Says CNN is saying that this could be the costliest fire in U.S. history. Wow. I believe it though. Like I was saying, I feel like this fire could be enough to bankrupt California. Cali's already struggling. The only thing that was really keeping them afloat was Hollyweird. Man. No, it wasn't Mastro's. It wasn't No, it wasn't Mastro's. When I think of it, I'll post it. I had pictures and everything. My kids were out there on the beach playing. We buried my youngest son in the sand. It was like an all-day affair. It was me and a few of my friends and the boys. It was like one of the best birthdays I remembered in Cali. But I can't think of the restaurant right off the top of my head. Wow. AG says, Olive T's deep dives are excellent. Thank you so much, AG. I appreciate you. And I'll go ahead. I'll repost the links again. Because hold on. Matter of fact, people keep asking me how you watch the deep dives. Let me take you out of my channel. Give me just a second. Okay. So if you become a member, to see the deep dives, you got to go here. So you go to my channel, right? So when you're on YouTube, go to the Lovely Tea channel, and then you click. This is how you get your membership. So if you need a membership, you buy it here. but you click on the community tab. This is where I post everything, like all the links. This is where like I post the stories. So if you're a member, you click on the membership tab. So the membership tab will show all the links to the deep dives. I think my most recent deep dive was the Menendez brothers deep dive. So you got to click the membership tab. But I'll go ahead and update it so that way y'all can see the Maui wildfires. So you don't have to like keep scrolling. So you don't have to keep scrolling down so far. So I'll update the links. Yeah, that was the last deep dive. I'm going to start working on another one this month. So I'll keep y'all posted on when I do the next deep dive. Erica said, T. Hollywood ain't keeping Cali afloat. These damn taxes we're paying is keeping us afloat. I agree, too. We can't take away from the tax-paying citizens. You're right about that. I agree. But Hollywood, you know, those big blockbuster movies and all that, we're definitely helping. But, yeah, definitely the cost of taxes that they keep charging everybody is helping to keep it afloat. But imagine how much they're going to now charge and raising taxes for people to fix all this. So we might have another great California exodus. Remember, what was it, like a year or two ago? Everybody was leaving Cali. Elon Musk, you know, all the tech bros were leaving. A lot of people left Cali. They, especially during the pandemic, they moved down south. They moved to Arizona, Texas, Florida. So it might be another one of those. Okay, so the ads are back. Yeah, they took the timer off. Somebody said they just got a third Temu ad. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But okay, so I've been on here for almost 2 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to log off. Let me see. We got one more person just sent a super chat. Noel Gardner says, I'm not sure if anybody mentioned this, but I'm late to the stream. But here in Redmond, we've been without water for 3 going on 4 days. Oh, wow. No, I didn't hear about that. Why don't you guys have water? I'm Googling now. I didn't know that Redmond didn't have water. Oh, there's a crisis. A water crisis in Redmond. Why did this happen? All right, let's watch this really quick. It's a quick 2-minute video. This is insane. Y'all are having water crisis where y'all don't even have... So people who don't even have nothing to do with the fires are having a water crisis. Okay, we're going to watch this really quick. This is insane. I didn't even know
Mayor Danny Avula said in a news release.
All right, hold on. Let me share my screen.
That was sent early this morning, actually just before 4 a.m., that he's actually still on site at the water treatment plant and has been all night monitoring the work to get the system fully back online and restored. As of 9 o'clock Tuesday night, Avula noted the plant had 6 filters and 1 pump working, with 1 more filter coming online late Tuesday. He explained equipment is putting 9 million gallons of water per day into Richmond homes, which is building pressure into the system towards the target of 12 filters and 4 pumps running to achieve.
Okay, so this can't be Cali. I see snow. Is this Richmond, Virginia? Oh, I'm sitting here like, wait, what? I thought she was talking about Richmond, California. That's I'm like, hold up, how y'all got snow? Like, okay, I thought I was going crazy. Like, what in the snow-capped mountains is going on here? Okay, so it's, okay, girl, we talking about Cali right now. You had me nervous, like, what in the world? Well, I hope y'all get water soon, because that's horrible. That is horrible. They also says Vitter, Texas. Texas is dealing without water too? Okay. Yeah, I thought she was talking about Cali because we've been talking about Cali off stream. I didn't realize she was talking about Richmond, Virginia. I thought it was like Richmond, California. That's why I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, just random homes in Cali without water, but she's talking about her state. That's all I got to see in snow. I'm like, okay, now this can't be Cali. I see a fresh blanket of snow. They're dealing with fires. So, okay, well, I hope y'all get y'all's water. It looks like it was an electrical issue that happened out there. You know, and that's horrible because, again, we take it for granted that we can just go to our taps and, you know, get water from the sink, that we can just flush our toilets and things like that. So when you don't have water running in your home, you know, that's horrible. I know that happened a few years ago in Texas when their pipes and everything froze and people were without water. You know, so again, prepare, you know, for anything. They didn't know this was going to happen, and right now they have no water. So always make sure that you guys have cases of water, you know, jugs of water. And also there's a thing, it's good for like hurricanes and stuff too, but I have them. It's almost like you put it in your bathtub. So if you know that you might be going through something like a disaster in your area, like let's say like you're watching like the hurricane will be hitting the next 2 days and you start prepping. It's this thing that you put in your bathtub and you can fill it up with bath water, and then you close it and it keeps the water, you know, it gives you like a bathtub amount of water. It's like a big plastic thing, and it keeps the water in there safe and secure and fresh for like up to 2 weeks. I don't know the name of it. I have all types of I'm a low-key prepper. I don't know the name of it. If I remember, I will post it on my community feed. But you can fill up your bathtub with it. It's like a hose you connect to your bathtub, and it connects to this big plastic thing, and it fills up. And as you need it, you get water out of it for drinking, for, you know, cleaning, cooking. But I forget the name. You've heard of it, Eric? I know I talked about it on Discord in the prepper room. It's in the prepper room, but I just can't think of the name. Somebody said they're in Richmond, Virginia. They can't flush their toilet. Yeah, it's real. Like once your water is not working, people don't understand nothing is going to work. From toilets, you can't even go and get water out your water dispenser and your refrigerator. Yeah, it's that real. Somebody said another ad played and it scared them. What is Vitter? Y'all keep saying Vitter, Texas. What's going on? Let me Google. What's going on in Vitter, Texas? We want the tenants in our community white. Wait, what? This is from 6 months ago? I Googled in Vitter, Texas, and it looks like a bunch of racist sundown people. We're not even going to go there, child. We're not even going to go there. All right, y'all. I've been on here for 2 hours. I'm going to go get ready to get up out of here. Last but not least, Max Proud sent 20, says, hey, T, I love your channel. Always have thought-provoking content. Go Detroit Lions. The Lions. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. I'm still Team Vikings, okay? I'm not jumping ship, honey, okay? It's Team SCO over here. So, but yes, we see you, Detroit. But thank you so much. And also, for the sake of Haiti, says my auntie who passed away came in her dream and told her the whole family needs to pray because of what is coming. Wow. Well, thank you for that message. And like I said, everybody stay prayed up, stay prepared. And thank you guys once again for just tuning into my stream. It was a lot of really good dialogue. I hope this kind of, you know, made everybody aware of how serious the situation is right now in Cali. I hope all my crazy California tea sippers stay safe. You know, we're going to keep y'all in prayer. We have a lot of people from Cali in the Discord. So definitely, you know, go into the weather room. A lot of us are in the weather room just talking, sharing information. But I just want everybody to just take care of themselves and just be prepared. There's more to come, unfortunately, in 2025. So definitely be prepared. So thank you, everybody. I will talk to you guys later.